Me, you're not grown till you leave my house. That isn't how you want to run your family. I have no choice but to respect that. But don't pretend as if it isn't an unpopular sentiment.
Zaya Wade, the daughter of Dwyane Wade, and the stepdaughter of Gabrielle Union had social media in a frenzy after posting a photo of her kissing her boyfriend, who's also transgender.
Once Zion came home and said, hey, you call me Zaya and I'm ready to take on this, I looked at it and said, you are a leader. You are a leader, and it's our opportunity to allow you to be a voice.
DL Hughley just checked Gabrielle Union hard after she jumped online venting about people always having something to say about her family. She spoke on comments aimed at her transgender child and the rumors about her husband, and DL clapped back fast, basically saying, if you don't want the internet talking, then stop putting every part of your life on Front Street. He made it clear that public posts invite public opinions, whether people like it or not. But DL didn't stop there. He low-key hinted that Gabrielle herself might be the one putting certain stories into the spotlight, including details about her stepdaughter Zaya's gender journey and ongoing chatter about Dwyane Wade's personal life. According to DL, it all looks like attention-seeking behavior, and that's why the Wade family keeps getting side-eyed again and again. This whole situation rang bells for a lot of people because it's not new. Jaguar Wright previously spoke out, claiming there was something strange going on behind the scenes in the Wade household, and that comment never really faded from public memory.
He wants to be a woman. That's why they're getting divorced. She went on Twitter cussing out Diddy and then deleted it because Diddy want to throw Dwyane a divorce-free decisions while you and your I want to be a husband convince your child that they need to get the whole trans thing going on now so they can get a Disney contract. And we all know what Disney does to children. Imagine what they do to trans kids.
Things escalated even more when Zaya's biological mother entered the conversation. She alleged that Gabrielle had too much influence over family decisions and claimed the transition was encouraged for reasons beyond love, saying it was about the industry, not the child's well-being. Those are serious accusations, and they stirred heavy debate online. Zaya's mother also alleged that Dwyane Wade used his money and influence to limit her role as a parent after she expressed that major medical decisions should wait until adulthood. Now fans are connecting dots, speculating wildly, and claiming it's not a coincidence that multiple Hollywood elites have transgender children, with Cat Williams even speaking on alleged industry rituals, fueling more controversy and side-eyeing everywhere.
20 years ago, I knew that transgenders was going to be a thing. I had seen that word transgender was Baphomet, the transgender.
This whole situation is straight up wild, no exaggeration. Let's break it down step by step because the internet has been buzzing non-stop. It all kicked off when Gabrielle Union once again went online to vent about people constantly commenting on her family and how she and Dwyane Wade chose to raise their kids, especially their transgender daughter, Zaya. Gabrielle made it clear she feels people are always policing celebrity families, telling them how to live instead of minding their own business. She framed it as outsiders crossing boundaries and acting entitled to private family matters. But DL Hughley wasn't buying that explanation at all. DL jumped in and gave what many called a reality check. He basically said, you can't put your personal life on display and then get upset when the public reacts. In his eyes, once you share your business publicly, opinions come with the territory, whether you like them or not.
Also disingenuous to believe that people aren't going to have an opinion of that. Yeah. If you make these things public, there are people going to have public assessments of it.
Right.
So I can't fault you for loving your child and protecting them and being proud of them. And it would be equally, I can't fault people for having an opinion.
And DL didn't hold back there. He also strongly hinted that he disagreed with Gabrielle and Dwyane supporting major gender-related medical decisions before Zaya turned 18. According to DL, that's a life-altering choice, and he felt someone that young shouldn't be making permanent decisions yet. A lot of people online echoed that same concern loudly.
You're not grown till you leave my house. You're not going. If you're still going to a pediatrician, if you need my permission to go to a movie, then I'm going to have a say in what happens. If you believe that isn't how you want to run your family, I have no choice but to respect that. But don't pretend as if it isn't an unpopular sentiment.
But things took a much darker turn when Zaya's biological mother entered the picture. She alleged that Gabrielle and Dwyane encouraged the transition for reasons beyond parental support, claiming it was tied to the industry, not just family values. Those allegations shocked many and sparked heated debate across social media. For context, Dwyane and his ex-wife were high school sweethearts who married in 2002. That same year, they welcomed their first son, Zaire. 5 years later, their second child was born, Zion, who Dwyane has publicly shared, later identified as Zaya, saying she expressed her identity at a very young age. The timeline alone has people talking nonstop.
She was the one who sat down with us as a family and said, hey, I don't think I'm gay. I identify myself as a young lady. But she's known that for 9 years.
She's known since she was 3.
She's known since she was 3 years old. This is her life. This is no game to us. We're about protecting her heart. We're about protecting her joy. To do that, we have to support them. We see the smile on our daughter's face. We see the confidence that she's able to walk around and be herself. And that's when you know you're doing right.
Now, what really went down between Dwyane and Chauvin has stayed messy and unclear for years. The stories don't always line up, and both sides have told very different versions. What is clear, though, is that Dwyane filed for divorce in 2007, the same year Zaya was born. And from that moment on, everything spiraled fast. After the split, things turned ugly quick. A long and intense custody battle followed, and Chauvin alleged that Dwyane's legal team made false claims about her mental health. She also claimed the system was used against her, saying money and influence played a role in painting her as an unfit parent. Those accusations shocked a lot of people, and tensions only grew once Gabrielle Union entered the picture. Fast forward to 2019, when Zaya publicly shared her gender identity. Almost immediately, Gabrielle and Dwyane went on a heavy media run, speaking openly about Zaya's journey across interviews and platforms. Supporters praised the openness, but critics felt the rollout was way too public.
Once Zaya, a 12-year-old, came home, and first Zion, everybody, I don't know if everyone knows, originally named Zion born as a boy, came home and said, hey, so I want to talk to you guys. I think going forward, I'm ready to live my truth. And I want to be referenced as she and her. I would love for you guys to call me Zaya. And so internally, now it's our job to, one, go out and get information, to reach out to every relationship that we have. My wife reached out to everybody on the cast of Pose. We're just trying to figure out as much information we can to make sure that we give our child the best opportunity to be, sexuality, like we've had with our daughter. So God has given us, nothing happens by mistake. He puts us in this position in life that we're in, and it's for a reason. So we're out here on the forefront. It's our job to help educate.
Soon after, Zaya began appearing at red carpet events, popping up on social media and getting constant spotlight attention. People noticed that she was often front and center, and not long after, she landed major brand partnerships with companies like Tiffany and Dove. That sudden rise had the internet talking loud. A lot of fans started side-eyeing the non-stop exposure. Some questioned whether all the attention was truly about supporting Zaya or about keeping Gabrielle and Dwyane relevant in the public eye. Others felt Zaya's identity was being boxed in, with her transition becoming the main thing people talked about instead of letting her just be a kid. Many also argued that if privacy was the real goal, keeping Zaya out of the spotlight would have offered more protection. Instead, the constant exposure opened the door to harsh jokes, invasive commentary, and uncomfortable online behavior. Then other celebrities jumped in with their opinions, and that only made the situation explode even more. A lot of people feel like this entire circus could have been avoided if Dwyane and Gabrielle had locked things down early and protected Zaya's privacy from the start. Instead, the spotlight stayed on full blast, and that's where many say things went sideways fast.
Dwyane Wade, you gone too fucking far, dog. That is a male, a 12-year-old. At 12, they don't even know what their next meal gonna be. They don't have shit figured out yet. He's 12 years old. He's not up there yet. He hasn't made his final decisions yet.
I don't hate Dwyane Wade. I just feel that your business stay behind closed doors, and we don't need to know about how you are going to raise your child. But since you put your business out there, I'm going to voice my opinion. Do that. We're here as guidance. We're here as elders. So it's the same thing in make a decision on your sex life or what you want to become. Now, once you've grown, and grown to me is 30, You know, some people say 18 and 20 is grown. No, grown to me is 30 years old. You have experience in life and you know how to pay bills.
But here's where the story gets extra messy. According to Zaya's biological mother, Siobhan, the nonstop push into the spotlight wasn't about protection at all. She alleged it was about money, plain and simple, and that claim shook the internet. In August 2022, Dwyane filed legal paperwork to officially change Zaya's name and gender. Almost immediately, Siobhan responded with her own court filings, accusing him of trying to financially benefit from those changes. In her documents, she pointed to their custody agreement, which states that both parents must discuss and share input on major decisions involving their children, including health, education, and overall welfare, before anything big is finalized. Siobhan also argued that the court should carefully weigh multiple factors before approving changes like that. She claimed Dwyane was in a position to profit from Zaya's name and gender change, especially given his fame, connections, and access to major brands. And she didn't stop there. According to her filing, Siobhan said she believed money played a role because Dwyane allegedly told her directly that finances were part of the decision. She claimed that in April 2022, he told her money had already been made and that even more would come from what she described as the name and gender issue. That allegation had people stunned. She further claimed Dwyane said he planned to make Zaya extremely famous through endorsements and contracts connected to her public identity. And when she asked which companies were interested, she alleged he mentioned multiple brands, with Disney named as a potential player. Those claims sent shockwaves online and had fans debating intentions, motives, and where the line should be drawn. But the drama didn't stop there at all. Just days after Siobhan filed her court paperwork, Dwyane fired back on Instagram and went straight at his ex-wife. He accused her of dragging his name publicly and claimed she was centering her own needs without thinking about the children involved. He also denied being responsible for any negative attention surrounding Zaya and instead blamed what he called unsolicited and harmful attention on people who refused to listen to her voice. Dwyane went even further in his response. He claims Siobhan chose to be an absent parent and allegedly refused to communicate with teachers, doctors, and therapists involved in Zaya's life. He strongly denied forcing any identity on Zaya, pushed back against the accusations, and even hinted at legal action. According to him, everything he and Gabrielle did was meant to support Zaya and help her live authentically. Nothing more, nothing less. But fans were not feeling that Instagram response at all. A lot of people online sided with Siobhan, saying Dwyane and Gabrielle constantly put their family business out in public and then act shocked when the public reacts. To many, it looked like a pattern they've seen before. Some people took it even further. They claimed Gabrielle thrives off attention and controversy, saying she stays at the center of every headline whether it's needed or not. That take had timelines heated, comment sections exploding, and opinions flying everywhere as this situation kept spiraling louder by the day. Now, the fans had a lot to say, and some of these reactions were harsh. One commenter straight up said, "I never liked Gabrielle. I always felt like she wasn't acting. She was just being her same mean self. Turning another mother's child into that is wrong, and it was never her place to make decisions for a child that isn't hers." They went on to say they hope the biological mother eventually gets justice against Dwyane and what they call Gabrielle being his handler. That comment alone had people arguing back and forth like crazy. Another person didn't hold back either, calling Gabrielle a mean girl and claiming she knew about Dwyane's past but focused way too hard on pushing Zaya into the spotlight instead of letting the child speak on things at her own pace. According to that fan, the pressure felt forced, not natural, and that rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. So now the question is on you. Do you agree with DL Hughley that Gabrielle can't complain about public opinions when she's the one putting her family business out there for everyone to see? Or do you think people should mind their business no matter what? And how do you feel about the rumors that Gabrielle and Dwyane pushed Zaya's transition for industry connections and clout? Is that a reach, or does some of this feel off to you? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, share it with others, and let your voice be heard. Stay locked in because more videos are on the way.